to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get
Hey guys, I'm Meredith and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing some meal prep I did over the weekend. I don't know about you, but it seems like when the kids are home, they eat like 12 meals a day. So I thought I would prep so I have some extra snacks and some meals around the house. If you like videos like this, please consider subscribing and hit the bell so you will be notified when I post a new video. It's completely free and helps my channel a lot. So for the first recipe, I am making chocolate chip cookies. I will link all the recipes in the description below, but you will need brown sugar, white sugar, a cup of butter, vanilla, 2 eggs, flour, baking soda, salt, and 3 cups of chocolate chips. First, you will cream the sugars and butter together.
what a good time looks like. You can't do better, so much better. I don't fit into your bars, beauty queens without.
And then you're going to add the 1 tablespoon of vanilla and the eggs and beat that with the cookie dough mixture.
No flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide.
And then mix the dry ingredients. So you're going to mix the 3 cups of flour with 3/4 a teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 a teaspoon of salt, and then just whisk that together.
No flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your bars. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your bars. Beauty.
And then you add the flour mixture to the sugar and butter mixture, just till that's well combined.
To your bars. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
And then add the chocolate chips in. And I mix this by hand so the chocolate chips don't get stuck in the beater.
The night away, I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your bars, beauty queens without no.
Then you just roll them into about 1-inch balls. And the recipe makes about 6 dozen. I had about 5 dozen because there was some dough stealing going on. So you just put them in the oven for 350 degrees, 10 to 12 minutes. And here they are all finished. For the second recipe, I am making pumpkin pancake muffins. I had some pancake mix and some pumpkin in the freezer to use up. So I will put the recipe down below that I'm using as a guide, but I did sub pumpkin and sugar for the maple syrup. And then for this recipe, you will need 2 cups of pancake mix, 2/3 a cup of milk, 2 eggs. The recipe called for 1/2 cup of maple syrup, but I used a little over 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree and a little bit of sugar in place of that. So just mix everything together. And I just put everything in little cupcake liners. And then this goes in the oven at 350 degrees for 14 to 15 minutes. And here it is all finished. This recipe was so easy and a great way to use up what you have on hand. For my next recipe, I'm making sugar cookies. My middle son informed me after making chocolate chip cookies that he doesn't like chocolate chip cookies. So he asked me to make these, and so I didn't have a lot of butter on hand, so I looked for a recipe that used oil instead of butter. So for this recipe, you will need 2 eggs, 2/3 a cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 3/4 a cup of sugar, 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of salt. I will link this recipe in the description as well.
To be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time?
Go ahead and mix everything together until the flour's all mixed in.
Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws.
And then I rolled it into about 1-inch balls on the tray. And these go in the oven. The recipe called for 400 degrees for 8 minutes. I did it a little lower. It was like 375 because my oven runs a little hot. But you could do it either 375, 400 for about 8 minutes.
If I want, let yourself be free, and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it, you can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty.
And then I'm making hard-boiled eggs in the pressure cooker. If you've never made eggs this way, you have to try it. They're so easy to peel. And then in my Instapot, I'm making some shredded chicken. This is perfect to have on hand for quick and easy recipes for tacos, enchiladas, even chicken soup. And I'm using 4 large chicken quarters. And then I'm going to go ahead and shred the chicken. I put this in the Instapot on manual for 40 minutes. These thighs were big, so I figured I'd do it a little bit longer. Then when it was done, I went ahead and shredded up all the chicken and put that into separate containers. I got 3 good-sized containers out of this for 3 different dinners.
Don't hide it. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better.
And then I'm going to add anything that's left over, any of the bones or any of the scraps back into the Instapot to make chicken broth.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired?
I also had some veggie scraps in my freezer, so I went ahead and added that as well. Just some onion peels and some garlic scraps, and then some dry seasoning, some parsley, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. I added that in, and then I added a good tablespoon of better than bouillon.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
And then I filled the pot to the top, to the max line with water, and then I put it on manual pressure for about an hour. The next recipe barely qualifies as a recipe, but this is my family's favorite sloppy joes. All you need is a pound of ground beef, I had it already browned in the freezer, but if you don't, just brown and drain the beef. Then dump it in with adobo, 1 jar of salsa, and I put it in the slow cooker on low for 2 hours, but you could pan fry this as well.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
And here it is all finished. We serve it with a hero roll and cheese. And for my last recipe, we are just doing some kielbasa sausage with some caramelized onions. To caramelize the onions, you just cook them low and slow for about 20 minutes with about a tablespoon of butter. And then once they look like this, you're going to go ahead and take them out and then add the kielbasa to the pan and just pan fry it.
I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for.
And we had the kielbasa with just some rice and peas from the freezer. And here's everything that we have prepped for the next several days. I did shred up some lettuce as well. We have the 2 batches of cookies, chocolate chip cookies, sugar cookies. I had the pumpkin muffins, the shredded chicken, and chicken broth. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Bye!